King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, born on December 31, 1935, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is the seventh monarch of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He is the son of King Abdulaziz, the founder of modern Saudi Arabia, and his mother, Princess Hafsa bint Ahmed Al Sudairi. Salman was raised in the royal court, where he developed a strong sense of leadership and commitment to the kingdom. From an early age, he was exposed to the political and governance affairs of the country, which would later shape his approach as a leader. Salman's journey into public service began in the early 1950s. At the age of 19, he was appointed as a deputy governor of Riyadh province in 1954. Over the following years, he gained extensive administrative experience and became a prominent figure in the political landscape of Saudi Arabia. His leadership in the capital city was pivotal in transforming Riyadh from a modest town into a modern metropolis. He played an instrumental role in developing the city's infrastructure, health, and educational systems, shaping Riyadh into a key urban center in the region. In 1963, he was appointed as a governor of Riyadh province, a position he held for over 48 years. During his tenure, he implemented several reforms and initiatives that led to the expansion and modernization of Riyadh. Under his leadership, the province saw vast improvements in infrastructure, housing, and urban development. His focus on education and healthcare helped to improve the quality of life for citizens, and he became known for his personal engagement with his subjects, often taking time to visit neighborhoods, schools, and hospitals to address their concerns. Salman's political influence continued to grow, and he became known for his diplomatic and strategic skills. In 2011, following the death of his brother, Prince Nayef, Salman was appointed as a Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. As Crown Prince, he served as a Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense, leading the country's military operations and playing a crucial role in the decision-making process of Saudi Arabia's foreign and domestic policies. His leadership as Minister of Defense was marked by his strong stance on regional security and his efforts to modernize the Saudi military. On January 23, 2015, following the death of his half-brother, King Abdullah, Salman ascended to the throne as the King of Saudi Arabia. His reign marked a new chapter in the kingdom's history, with King Salman continuing the modernization efforts initiated by his predecessors, while also asserting Saudi Arabia's role as a key player on the global stage. One of the most significant initiatives during his reign was Vision 2030, a bold reform plan aimed at diversifying the Saudi economy, reducing its dependence on oil, and fostering sectors such as technology, entertainment, and tourism. Under Vision 2030, King Salman has overseen significant changes to the Saudi economy and has prioritized creating job opportunities for the youth, empowering women, and opening up the country to foreign investment. King Salman's foreign policy has also been marked by a focus on strengthening Saudi Arabia's alliances with global powers, especially the United States, while simultaneously asserting the kingdom's leadership in the Middle East. He has played a key role in the formation of the Saudi-led coalition in Yemen, which has been involved in a military intervention aimed at restoring the Yemeni government following the Houthi insurgency. He has also worked to strengthen ties with other Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC) members and played a pivotal role in coordinating regional efforts to address security threats posed by Iran and other actors in the region. Domestically, King Salman has made notable strides in social and cultural reforms. He has championed the rights of women, most notably by lifting the ban on women driving in 2018, a landmark decision that garnered international praise. His reign has also witnessed increased investment in tourism, including the development of the NEOM project, a futuristic city designed to be a global hub for technology and innovation. King Salman has been committed to religious conservatism, preserving Saudi Arabia's role as a custodian of the two holy mosques, while also gradually introducing more liberal policies, reflecting a delicate balance between tradition and modernization. Throughout his reign, King Salman has maintained a strong emphasis on the unity of the kingdom and the stability of the ruling family. His leadership has been characterized by an unwavering commitment to the welfare of the Saudi people, and he is widely respected for his dedication to the kingdom's long-term development. Despite challenges both domestically and internationally, including the ongoing conflict in Yemen, tensions with Iran, and the global oil price fluctuations, King Salman has steered Saudi Arabia with a steady hand, prioritizing the kingdom's economic diversification, security, and cultural transformation. King Salman's health and well-being have sometimes raised concerns, especially as he ages. However, He continues to remain an active leader, overseeing the kingdom's affairs with the support of his family, including his son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who has become an increasingly prominent figure in the government. Together, they have worked on advancing Saudi Arabia's strategic objectives, ensuring the kingdom's place in the rapidly changing global landscape. King Salman's legacy will be remembered for his ability to adapt to the changing times while maintaining the kingdom's core values. He has positioned Saudi Arabia as an influential force in the Middle East and beyond, navigating a complex geopolitical environment while also leading significant internal reforms aimed at ensuring the long-term prosperity and stability of the kingdom. King Salman's leadership has also been defined by his deep religious commitment, as he holds the esteemed title of custodian of the two holy mosques, a role that underscores Saudi Arabia's position as a guardian of Islam's two holiest sites in Mecca and Medina. Throughout his reign, King Salman has prioritized the maintenance and development of these sacred sites, ensuring that the annual pilgrimage of Hajj runs smoothly and that millions of Muslim visitors from around the world can perform their religious duties in safety and comfort. His dedication to preserving the Islamic identity of Saudi Arabia has been central to his rule, while also balancing the need for modernization and reform in other areas of society. In terms of Saudi Arabia's role in global diplomacy, King Salman has been an advocate for fostering peace in the Middle East. Under his leadership, Saudi Arabia has remained active in its diplomatic efforts to address the ongoing crises in Syria, Iraq, and Libya. The kingdom, under his guidance, has also sought to strengthen its relationships with major international powers such as the United States, China, and Russia, positioning Saudi Arabia as a key player in international geopolitics. King Salman's reign has not been without challenges. The conflict in Yemen, which has resulted in a humanitarian crisis, remains a significant issue. Despite the challenges, King Salman's government has remained resolute in its support for the legitimate Yemeni government and its efforts to confront the Houthi rebels. The kingdom has invested heavily in humanitarian aid to address the dire situation in Yemen, although the conflict has drawn criticism from various international bodies due to its humanitarian impact. This, despite the complexities of domestic and regional politics, King Salman's reign has seen continued efforts to modernize and reform the kingdom. His social reforms, though often cautious, are significant steps toward transforming Saudi society. Alongside economic initiatives, his social policies aim to foster a more inclusive and progressive society. The increased participation of women in public life, the relaxation of restrictions on entertainment and cultural events, and the development of the tourism sector are all testament to King Salman's vision of a more open and forward-thinking Saudi Arabia. King Salman's role in promoting the Islamic faith has remained central throughout his reign. As custodian of the two holy mosques, he continues to oversee the stewardship of Mecca and Medina, ensuring the safety and well-being of the millions of Muslims who come to Saudi Arabia each year to perform Hajj and Umrah. King Salman has invested heavily in improving the facilities and infrastructure surrounding the holy sites, including transportation, health services, and security, to ensure a smooth experience for pilgrims. The king's commitment to humanitarian work has also been notable. He has been a major donor to global relief efforts, providing financial aid and resources to countries in need, particularly those affected by conflicts or natural disasters. Saudi Arabia, under King Salman, has played a key role in providing aid to countries like Syria, Yemen, and Sudan, ensuring that the kingdom contributes positively to regional and global humanitarian efforts. The king has also strengthened Saudi Arabia's role as a major player in global charitable organizations, using the kingdom's resources to support international development projects and initiatives. While challenges persist, particularly regarding the ongoing conflict in Yemen, regional security concerns, and the balancing act between modernization and traditional values, King Salman's leadership has provided a steady hand in guiding the kingdom through turbulent times. The kingdom's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, including rapid implementation of health measures, vaccination campaigns, and efforts to mitigate the economic impact of the crisis, highlighted King Salman's adaptability and determination to protect his people. King Salman's health has remained a topic of concern, given his age, but he has continued to demonstrate resilience and active engagement in the kingdom's affairs. His son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who has assumed a more prominent role in governance, has garnered international attention for his reforms, leadership style, and ambitious goals for Saudi Arabia. While Crown Prince Mohammed's influence continues to grow, King Salman remains a powerful symbol of stability, tradition, and the kingdom's continuity. Ultimately, King Salman's legacy will be one of transformation. He has overseen a period of significant change in Saudi Arabia, both economically and socially. Under his leadership, Saudi Arabia has made bold strides in modernizing its economy, opening up its society to new ideas and opportunities, and asserting itself on the world stage. As he continues his reign, the future of Saudi Arabia looks set to be shaped by the vision he has laid out in Vision 2030, a vision that aims to balance tradition with progress, ensuring that Saudi Arabia remains a leading global power for years to come. King Salman's leadership has not only been instrumental in steering Saudi Arabia toward modernity, but it has also been marked by his focus on maintaining stability in a rapidly changing world. His approach has been one of balancing the kingdom's rich history and Islamic traditions with the need to evolve and adapt to global challenges. As the kingdom faces new geopolitical realities, particularly the changing dynamics in the Middle East and the global economy, King Salman has emphasized the importance of national unity and continuity in leadership. His reign represents a strategic vision for the kingdom, one that aims to ensure long-term prosperity while addressing the demands of a younger, more globalized Saudi population. In addition to the economic and social reforms, King Salman's governance has involved a measured approach to internal politics. While he has worked to modernize the economy and society, he has also carefully navigated the conservative forces within Saudi Arabia, ensuring that reforms do not alienate key religious and tribal constituencies. His cautious but steady approach to reform, while simultaneously preserving the kingdom's core values, has allowed him to maintain the broad support of the royal family, the clergy, and other influential sectors of Saudi society. Internationally, King Salman's leadership has been defined by his diplomatic acumen and his ability to manage complex relationships with both allies and adversaries. His relations with the United States, particularly under the administration of President Donald Trump, were characterized by a strong alliance centered on security, energy, and trade. This relationship has remained crucial, particularly in the face of shared concerns about Iran's influence in the region. At the same time, King Salman has worked to cultivate stronger ties with China, Russia, and other emerging global powers, balancing Saudi Arabia's historical ties to the West with new partnerships that align with its long-term goals. The kingdom's involvement in global oil markets has continued to be a focal point of King Salman's reign. As the world's largest oil exporter, Saudi Arabia has played a leading role in shaping OPEC policies and in stabilizing global oil prices. His leadership during times of market volatility, such as during the 2020 oil price crash and the global economic challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, has underscored the kingdom's influence in the energy sector. King Salman has been an advocate for maintaining OPEC unity and working with other oil-producing countries to ensure a stable supply of energy to the world, while also investing in renewable energy projects as part of Saudi Arabia's broader push to diversify its economy. At home, King Salman's reign has also seen an increased focus on environmental sustainability. Under Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia has embarked on initiatives aimed at reducing its carbon footprint, such as the launch of the Saudi Green Initiative in 2021, which seeks to plant billions of trees and invest in renewable energy sources. This reflects King Salman's understanding that economic diversification and environmental responsibility must go hand in hand to ensure a sustainable future for the kingdom and its people. King Salman's personal qualities, his patience, humility, and sense of duty, have earned him respect both within Saudi Arabia and internationally. His governance style, while authoritative, has been characterized by a focus on collective decision-making and collaboration with other members of the royal family. His ability to navigate complex political, economic, and social challenges has been crucial in maintaining the stability of Saudi Arabia during a period of rapid global change. While his reign has witnessed a number of challenges, including dealing with terrorism, regional conflicts, and domestic pressures for reform, King Salman has continued to reinforce the kingdom's position as a leading global power. His commitment to religious values, national development, and international diplomacy has laid the groundwork for a new era in Saudi Arabia's history, one where the kingdom seeks to balance its role as a regional. War has been one of the most significant foreign policy challenges of his reign. The relationship with neighboring Iran has been another source of tension during King Salman's rule. The rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran, which spans sectarian, political, and economic dimensions, has shaped much of the regional geopolitics in the Middle East. King Salman has been a vocal critic of Iranian influence in the region, particularly in countries like Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon. His leadership has been instrumental in promoting a unified stance within the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, against what Saudi Arabia perceives as Iranian destabilizing activities. Domestically, King Salman's reign has been marked by a shift in the social landscape of Saudi Arabia. His leadership has seen significant efforts to improve the living conditions of citizens, especially through provision of affordable housing and access to health care. His government has initiated several welfare programs aimed at improving the standard of living, especially for Saudi youth and low-income families. The country has also invested heavily in infrastructure projects such as new airports, metro systems, and public transport networks, all of which have contributed to a more modern and connected Saudi Arabia. King Salman's efforts toward cultural and social reforms are seen as an essential part of his broader vision for Saudi Arabia's future. While the country has historically adhered to a conservative interpretation of Islam, King Salman has supported initiatives aimed at increasing openness to the world and fostering greater tolerance within the kingdom. For instance, under his reign, Saudi Arabia has become more open to hosting international cultural events, such as concerts and sporting events, and has made strides in promoting a more diverse economy by encouraging the development of the entertainment and tourism sectors. These efforts are part of his broader Vision 2030 plan, which seeks to reduce the kingdom's dependence on oil exports by investing in non-oil industries, creating jobs, and promoting innovation. King Salman's impact on women's rights is another defining aspect of his reign. He has overseen some of the most significant changes in Saudi Arabia's approach to women's issues in decades. In addition to lifting the driving ban in 2018, he has supported greater female participation in the workforce, politics, and public life. Women have been appointed to key positions in government and business, and the kingdom has made efforts to encourage women's empowerment through educational and career opportunities. While challenges remain, particularly in terms of gender equality, these advancements reflect King Salman's pragmatic approach to social change. King Salman's personal style of governance is often described as being measured and cautious, with a focus on consensus building within the royal family and among key political and religious figures. He has been known for his efforts to maintain stability in the kingdom, often using diplomacy and negotiation to resolve conflicts. His approach to leadership combines traditional Islamic values with modernizing reforms, a balance that has allowed him to maintain both popular support and the backing of influential power structures within Saudi Arabia. As a family man, King Salman has also played a significant role in shaping the future of the Saudi royal family. His son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, has emerged as a de facto leader of the kingdom, and much of the country's current policies, particularly in terms of economic diversification and social reforms, have been shaped by his vision. King Salman has worked closely with MBS to chart a path forward for the kingdom, fostering a relationship built on mutual respect and shared goals for Saudi Arabia's future. In the international arena, King Salman has been an advocate for peace, stability, and cooperation. He has used Saudi Arabia's wealth and influence to support development projects in Africa, Asia, and other parts of the Arab world, positioning the kingdom as a key benefactor in the fight against poverty and instability. His reign has also seen Saudi Arabia's growing participation in international organizations such as the United Nations, the G20, and the World Trade Organization, with King Salman emphasizing Saudi Arabia's role as a leader in both the Arab world and the global community. As of now, King Salman remains a central figure in Saudi Arabian politics, and while his health continues to be a subject of attention, he has shown no signs of stepping down. His legacy will likely be one of transformation, where Saudi Arabia balances its deep Islamic traditions with the demands of modernization, building a vision for the future while navigating complexities of the present. The kingdom's trajectory, under King Salman's leadership, is one of a nation poised for both economic diversification and social change, as it continues to assert itself as a major regional and global power. King Salman's leadership continues to shape the evolution of Saudi Arabia in profound ways, both domestically and on the global stage. His foreign policy decisions have placed Saudi Arabia at the center of many regional and international initiatives. He has worked hard to solidify the kingdom's standing in the face of both regional instability and global challenges. For example, his handling of the diplomatic rift with Qatar in 2017, along with the UAE, Bahrain, and Egypt, demonstrated Saudi Arabia's resolve to take firm action to safeguard its geopolitical interests, although the dispute ultimately came to a resolution in 2021. King Salman has also been deeply involved in efforts to promote peace in the broader Arab world. His leadership has emphasized the importance of Arab unity in tackling common challenges. He has played a vital role in promoting Arab solidarity through the Arab League and other regional forums, frequently advocating for the resolution of conflicts in Syria, Libya, and Sudan. His commitment to Palestinian rights and his support for a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict have been consistent, making Saudi Arabia an influential voice in Middle Eastern diplomacy. As King Salman continues his reign, the Vision 2030 initiative remains one of his most ambitious projects. His efforts to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil exports are grounded in a broader vision of transforming the kingdom into a global hub for innovation, technology, and economic diversification. The development of the NEOM project, an ambitious $500 billion smart city that aims to be a technological marvel, reflects his determination to position Saudi Arabia at the forefront of futuristic urban living and sustainable development. NEOM is expected to attract investments, technological expertise, and talent from across the world, showcasing King Salman's long-term approach to diversifying the economy. Additionally, King Salman has overseen a number of initiatives aimed at promoting youth development and empowering the kingdom's younger generation. His leadership has acknowledged the importance of engaging young Saudis in entrepreneurship, technology, and education. A significant part of Vision 2030 is the creation of opportunities for the youth, who represent a substantial portion of the kingdom's population. This includes investing in higher education, vocational training, and startups, as well as encouraging Saudi youth to embrace new technologies and industries, such as artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and the digital.